Hey everyone, I'm Hannah, and for many years now you've all been asking me for a room tour, but you didn't specify which room. So today I'm in the coolest room that I know, where it's always 1980 something. This is a room in my sister's house that we lovingly refer to as the toy room, and it has every pop culture collection you can think of from like the 80s and 90s. And today you're gonna get to see it. So let's go on a tour. So aside from 80s and 90s pop culture, the other common theme in this room is books, because my sister is a librarian. So she has some of the most obscure books from like 80s and 90s movies and TV series. It's baffling. So just to give you some idea of what it looks like, because I can't show them all to you. So she's got the normal things, you know, like Winnie the Pooh. I'll try to pull one out without losing its place. She'll kill me if I lose the place. Winnie the Pooh. But then there's something more obscure, you know, like Alf. Which Alf was a TV series in the 80s, and you don't really think of it as being books. And then of course there's a bunch of collectibles that's based on books, like Where's Waldo, Berenstain Bears, Goosebumps, Alice in Wonderland. So she'll collect collectibles based on books and books based on series. Just excuse the sound change and the dog. I'm pup sitting in the air conditioning. Okay, so my favorite thing in this room besides the dog right now, this is Belle. This is my sister dog Belle. She's almost a year old. So aside from Belle, my favorite collections in this room are like the 80s and 90s things, like dinosaurs, Pee-wee from Pee-wee's Playhouse, Spice Girls. What's your favorite thing, Belle? My favorite thing is not being in this video. I don't think she wants to be in this video. You wanna go? Okay. Don't worry, there's another person here watching her. I'm trying to think if there's like a favorite thing of my favorite things that I just mentioned. I got it. It would be trading cards. There's just something about trading cards that I love, and we have so many different packs. This one is from Pee-wee. This one is from the TV series Dinosaurs, which, as you can tell, it's new in the box. A lot of the collections were new in the box. They're actually not that expensive, especially if you're very patient on eBay or you look very thoroughly through antique stores. When I say we, it's that because we're sisters, so we've been building this collection since we were kids. And one of the earliest things that we started collecting would be Barbies. We are very much Barbie girls. My sister was born in the 80s, I was born in the 90s, so we basically have the best collection ever. Because the room is small, my sister can only have certain things out, so she's actually picked the Mary-Kate and Ashley sets, which are actually from the early 2000s. Hate to disappoint you if you're hoping to see some 80s Barbies. Something that my sister and I both have and collect that's not toys would be magazines. We kind of have different tastes, but I still love rooting through her collection because it is amazing. Her collection tends to skew towards teen magazines from the late 90s, early 2000s, I mean even up until today. And most of them are originals that we either did or do have a subscription to. I'm talking about 17 magazine. Does anybody remember the September 2003 issue of 17 magazine with Brittany Murphy on the cover? Well, there's actually a note in this. We also love America's Next Top Model, and so whenever we see the models in the wild, we'll tell each other, like if we see them on a commercial or we see them in a magazine. So this is Jade from one of the early seasons. It's kind of like our grown-up version of I Spy or Where's Waldo. Where's America's Next Top Model? The other collection that we have in common, it's kind of hard to share because it's in this very tiny closet, would be board games. And again, we have slightly different tastes. She likes board games that are based on like TV series or movies. And I like board games from the 80s and 90s that are about dating, shopping, and fashion. There are so many collections in here, and I know I'm probably missing so many of them. And there's also a lot of collections where there's not a lot of objects, but it still means a lot to both of us. Like Doug, or Back to the Future, or Spice Girls, and so many more. That's about as much as I can fit in this video. And also, I should get back to dog sitting. That's the whole reason she let me in her house. Like, as cool as her collection is, I'm glad I'm not the one who has to clean it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here and you like what I'm making, then be sure to follow along by hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notified when I upload videos. Also leave a comment down below. Maybe share this video with your friends if you think it's really that cool. Hopefully I will see you around online, and in the meantime, be excellent to each other. Bill and Ted.